afternoon. Welcome to today's Lady Flava TV show on Win TV. I am your host, Tina Williams, aka Lady Flava. In the studio with us today, we have the very beautiful, positive, and talented Sister Anyango. Welcome to the Lady Flava show. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Tina. I'm feeling awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
It is definitely my pleasure having you as a guest on today's show. Sister Anyango, you wear many hats.
That's just true.
First, tell us about your journey and how you began Fly Fitness.
So Fly Fitness I launched in 2007 after having worked in various positions for the Urban League of Greater Hartford, for Catholic Charities, but I felt a deeper sense of urging, a deeper sense of purpose and passion. And I decided to get a Group X certification and to get licensed in Zumba. And in that whole process, birthed the energy of Fly. So FLY is now an acronym which means freedom to love the you and you. And it has become an opportunity to free up the energy in the body, love and accept yourself for exactly who you are right here in the moment. So you get a chance to celebrate all of who you are more and more. So literally at the NBC Health and Wellness Festival in 2007, I had Fly Fitness, Healing in the Arts, and had to really determine how I was going to engage this group. So we were there to do a demo, and the MC gave me the mic and she said, how are you going to introduce the group? And I said, I don't have any idea. So she said, well, you're on in a minute. I said, well, okay. So I opened up to the universe and literally when the mic came in my mouth, I said, freedom to love the you and you. Who's Fly? And I said, your response is, I'm Fly. And that's how that mantra was birthed. And for 11 years, because we launched in 2007, we'll be hitting our 12th year in October. So for 11 years and some change, that has been the mantra. So if you've been in Fly space for any point, you know, you're going to hear me say, freedom to love the you and you. Who's Fly?
I'm Fly.
There it is, right there. and claiming that places you present in your body, in your mind, your heart, and your spirit, and getting more of an idea of who you are and where you are and whose you are and your capabilities and your potential. So
Very
since
nice.
2007.
Oh man, and I have to say, I wasn't there in 2007, but I had the opportunity to visit a couple of your classes, and oh my gosh, Sister Anyango is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
The first day, I was like, oh my God, African music, and she had us dancing all across the floor, and I haven't moved like that in many, many years. She had me doing things I didn't even know my body could do.
And that's really the idea. So of late, after we hit the 10th anniversary, the 10th anniversary was in 2017. So for 10 years, it was always Fly Fitness, primarily fitness and the arts, because I'm a dancer by profession. So my love for dance and fitness came together and emerged with Fly Fitness and Zumba. So for 10 years, that's really what we were creating, fitness experiences, along with holistic counseling and freedom coaching. But after the 10th year, we rebranded and really decided that the fitness piece was now on the ground. And the arts piece was now on the ground, but we really needed to focus more on the healing piece. Primarily because there's so many hearts that are hurting, there's so many struggles that folks are experiencing, and we wanted to address that. So we started to breathe more life, more energy into holistic counseling and freedom coaching. And I decided I wanted to do more motivational speaking and workshop facilitation. So we rebranded to Fly Fitness Healing in the Arts. And in so doing, since movement is my energy, my energy around being able to heal and to move. So I created these experiences of movement, music, and mindfulness. The first of which that you experienced that day is African dance, dances of the diaspora, celebrating the body beautiful.
Oh man.
So in that, I introduced the idea of just have this moment for yourself. Just decide that you're going to be in your body, in your mind, and let that fall to the back. Have that experience in your heart, and in your spirit, and let that be. I don't care if you get the movements or not. I don't care if you laugh all the way down the floor, because that's telling me you're present, you're here, you're in your body, you're feeling your heart, you're feeling your spirit, and the mind is in the background somewhere.
Yes, ma'am.
You're just feeling. So that was the idea behind African dance and dances of the diaspora and celebrating the body beautiful. So now at Toyville, that has become a monthly kind of experience.
Oh, man.
And we've recently taken it to the shore in Niantic.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So my goal is to be able to create more and more of those experiences for primarily women all over, 40 plus, which is my sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because so much happens when we turn 40. Life changes, everything begins anew. Some women have angst around turning 40. Others don't. I was chomping at the bit at 39. I couldn't wait to turn 40. I knew life was just going to begin again and be awesome, and it was.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
really all the birthing of Fly Fitness and Fly Fitness Healing Arts. And now that I'm 53.
53?
Uh-huh.
Wow, you
At
look very
49.
well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At 49, I was chomping at the bit again, and I couldn't wait to turn 50. So there's something about the 40s and the 50s that's really glorious. And if it's not for you, I want to help you get there.
Oh man, and she will help you get there. I mean, I've had the opportunity to attend 2 of your classes, and I have to say, oh my gosh, it's like you reach into me. Actually, I think it's 3 of them, because I think one of them was your anniversary event.
Yes, there was 3, because Toyville and then the anniversary soiree, and then you came because we want to talk more about your venture with your daughter in the book. So yeah, you've been in Fly Space 3 times now.
Thank you, and I love it. Oh my God, it's like the very last time my body was like, oh my God, what did I just do? You know, because you just have us moving in ways that we never thought we could. And at the beginning of your courses, you have this inspirational words of encouragement that I felt like you reached into my soul, and you found that pain that I was feeling and you pulled it right out. And I have to thank you for that. That is definitely good healing.
That's the Fly Affirmation Circle, and that's created both at the beginning and at the end of experiences, because if you remember, we did it at the end too. And the Fly Affirmation Circle is that opportunity to be in the moment.
Oh man.
To be present.
Yes, ma'am.
To give yourself the gift of time for you. Yes. So when we gather in that circle and we're holding hands and exchanging energy and talking about my name is, because now you're present in the space, and I'm Fly because now you have purpose, and you get to reaffirm that purpose over and over again every time you come to the circle.
Oh man.
And then that energy is shared. And then at any time, if anyone is struggling, because it may not be a good day for them that day.
True.
So they may say, my name is, and I'm Fly because I made it here even though I'm struggling, even though I had a death in my family, even though I had a job loss, even though I don't feel so good right now, but I'm here. There have been many times in that circle where folks have broken down. And we know in those moments that folks need to be supported, so we come closer and make sure that they feel supported, so they're comfortable and safe and releasing whatever the struggle is in that moment. And then we dance it up. Then we have the experience. And at the end, it's that recap of what just happened in this moment. What did I just experience? And how do I now integrate this into my system and take it with me and live with it, breathe with it, move with it, be mindful of it, and allow it to help me, support me, love me through whatever I'm going to face as soon as I walk out the door.
Oh man, absolutely awesome. And we're going to take a short break so that you guys will have the opportunity to experience what it's like to visit Sister Anyango's
African dance and dance to the diaspora, celebrating the body beautiful.
Oh man. Yes, that was Sister Anyango's video. You have to check one of her classes or many of her classes out. How can people reach out to you so that they can be a part of your movement?
You can reach me on social media. On social media, it's under Sistah Anyango, Sistah, Anyango, Anyango. There's also the Fly Fitness business page, FLYY, Fitness LLC on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram under The Fly Movement, all lowercase, The FLYY Movement. And feel free to reach out to me through any of those platforms.
Oh man. Sister Anyango, what inspired you to continue on with your journey?
I feel like I have just been chosen. You know that expression, many are called, few are chosen?
Yes, ma'am.
So I feel like I've been called and chosen, and so there's really no choice but to keep going. And even in the moments where I may feel exhausted, I still give myself time to reset, reground, so I can fly back out and keep going.
Oh, man.
So what Spirit has given me in that regard are 4 words, and that's passion, purpose, prosperity, and peace. So when you go through life and you find your passion that's inside of you, and you follow that to allow you to understand what your purpose is, the prosperity follows.
Oh, man.
And then you live in peace. Now, whether it's your full-time energy or your side hustle or something that you just do and you allow that to bring you joy, that's that passion, that's inside of you, bringing you to your purpose, giving you that sense of prosperity so you live in peace. And then, happiness.
Oh, man.
So when Spirit gave me that, I'm good. It doesn't matter if I struggle, because I know that the struggle is purposeful. The struggle is meaningful. There's something about that struggle that I need, that lesson that I need in order for the blessing to come right behind it.
Oh, man.
So I'm good. So I get my inspiration all the time from women who are in their passion. I see all the time on Facebook how all the women that are coming into their passion and doing what brings them joy, and the men too. When I see that, that's what continues to inspire me, to move me, and to keep developing and learning and understanding where I am and healing. That's the other piece too, because I've had my own energies around trauma.
Oh, Jesus.
So being able to come in connection with that, seek the support that I needed in order to be able to heal those wounds inside of me, because, as you well know, I was a victim of domestic abuse and violence. No longer. I've survived it, thrived it, and have lifted as a result of that. And learned the lessons that come with that about standing my ground and speaking my truth. And so those women who are still in the midst of that, who are still flowing that, who are still trying to release themselves of that, I can now support women who are struggling in that particular area. Same thing with parents who have children who are able differently, who are learned differently. That was a journey for me as well, learning how to navigate children who are differently abled, learn differently, whether it's above or below, any of that. I have that experience too. So,
oh, man, and
grateful and blessed.
Oh, man, very well said. Do you also offer counseling?
I do. I'm a holistic counselor.
Very, very nice.
And part of my goal is because, as I shared with you earlier, there's so many hearts that are hurting. And not really comfortable or feeling safe, or may not even know where to reach out or how to reach out, or there may be just some energy around reaching out. Sometimes shame and guilt and embarrassment may come up when I think about I want to have help. And can I really seek help? Is that something I'm supposed to get? Or should I know how to do this? Should I know how to just get it together and figure it out and do this all on my own? No. That's not the way that we were meant to live this thing called life. Absolutely not. We were meant to live it in support, in connection with other people. So if you need help, seek help. That's how we become more whole. And I am a holistic counselor, so in the same way, and reach out to me, absolutely.
Oh, man, I feel like I'm being counseled right now. It's just I always get this warm feeling because you're such a positive person, and especially coming from the domestic violence background, a lot of people who go through domestic violence have very low self-esteem. I myself is one that overcome that, but I still have my struggles every day, suffering from anxiety and depression. But you know what? With your help, the help of God, and all the positive people around us, I'm hoping that we'll reach that goal one day.
Oh, no, that is reachable.
Oh, man.
It definitely is. And that's part of part of the biggest part of what I want to work with women is anxiety and depression and suicide ideation that we don't always talk about.
Oh man.
But those are all real in our communities.
Yes.
And there's a lot more energy around addressing it and talking about it and lifting it out from underneath the covers because it's real in our communities. And
Yes,
there's too many of us that
is.
are struggling and it's not on my watch.
Oh man. Oh man. How did you become so strong? I have to ask you this question.
I think because, anxiety and depression was real for me. That's not something that I just talk about or I learned in textbooks through my studies. No, that was a real experience for me. I experienced anxiety, I experienced depression, I experienced suicide ideation, and with getting counseling and support and therapy, you are able to work with it to really determine where the source or the root of that energy comes from. And 99.9% of the time, it's around trauma that we've experienced in our childhood that's sitting in our system somewhere. And when certain life situations come up, that gets triggered, and we may not even know why we're acting the way we're acting, why a situation is troubling us or bothering us, or why we're struggling so hard with it. And 9 times out of 10, it's because of a childhood root in the back that I can support you in identifying what that is so we can uproot that, replant something else, and move forward. Now, it's a process, and it's not fun. It is not fun. And it feels very tunneled. But when you finally can see that light and get to the other side of the tunnel, man, the blessings are just huge. But the process is arduous, and I wouldn't lie to anybody. I did it. It was rough. There was a parts of it that were really difficult, but it's doable.
Oh man.
It's absolutely doable.
Very well said. I believe you.
Oh, yeah.
You're very believable. I love that. You speak with such confidence, and I love that there's nothing more beautiful than a woman with confidence.
Oh, no, thank you. When we exude that, just like you, when you get into your place of ground, and you talk about what you're passionate about, with your daughter's book and the campaign for peace, that comes out of you, and that light comes through you, and we see that, and that's why we like to support what you're doing.
Thank you so much to say.
Absolutely.
It is definitely my pleasure. And I want to thank you so much once again for being a special guest of tonight's Lady Favorite Show.
My pleasure.
Right here on Win TV. I wish you continued success on your journey. And remember to always keep God first in all that you do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And who's fly?
I'm fly. Thank you so much once again to all our viewers for viewing tonight's Lady Favorite Show on Win TV. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. God bless.
Amen. That's all right.